I originally started thinking about this one for today, and I didn't really have anything to talk about or anything good to talk about. I still might not. You're going to find out. But toward the end of the day, just starting to maxing and relaxing. And I was thinking about some conversations I had today, some things I've read, thinking about a little bit of yesterday's podcast, some advice. I think I got something to talk about. We'll see. But first, gratitude day 12. And this was an easy one today. I'm grateful for the people, a handful of people, specifically with some of the coaches at the gym owner today, who are just happy to embrace like playfulness. It's probably, I think it's something that we all don't do enough. And I don't think it just means like being, remember the phrase cutting up, being stupid and cutting up. I think it just means letting go a little bit of all of the preconceived notions and the thought of like what should happen and what will likely happen. Like find some good playfulness in there. But anyway, so at the gym, the gym is participating in the CrossFit Games Open, and they do an intramural competition in the gym. They take all the gym members and we divide them into 4 teams. They've done this for multiple years. Every year the teams have a theme, and the owner of the gym, she is a huge Harry Potter fan. So this year we're doing a Hogwarts theme. We're dividing all the members into the 4 Hogwarts houses. And so we picked house heads, and it's coaches, 4 coaches. I'm one of the coaches. And so today we did like a sorting hat ceremony. And it was just fun to be goofy and just like yell out, Slytherin, and then just start shouting out Harry Potter spell names like a total dweeb. But it was great. And we had a good time, and we laughed a lot about it. And I think, everybody got the houses they wanted. So that was, started thinking about costumes. That was really fun. It was a nice 5 minutes of just goofiness. And then back to the real world. So very grateful for that today, and then worked out a ton today, which was kind of a little bit of a habit over the last couple days. I don't think it'll stick, but it's been fun. So today got to the gym, coached, and then quickly squeezed in 150 kettlebell swings for time. A lot of thoughts about workouts like that, but we'll save that for another day with a 70-pound kettlebell. Took just under 9 minutes. I like that workout. Then I went and visited some friends at another gym, CrossFit Coda Ironview, right down the road from where we are at CrossFit Mafia in Erie. Awesome gym. I got to bump into the owner, Kevin, watch him coach a little bit of his class. They just recently built out their facility. It's huge. Still fun for me to see things like that. Just affiliates and just members doing class, over in the corner doing open gym stuff and silly fitness things. So, but I got to work out with 2 other friends, which was really cool. We did 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 reps of strict chest to bar pull-up and double dumbbell push press, and then 50 double unders after each round. What was cool about that workout is round 1 basically took a minute, a little less. Round 2 basically took 2 minutes. Round 3, 3 minutes. Round 4, 4 minutes. Round 5, 5 minutes. So essentially every time you added 5 strict chest bar pull-ups and 5 dumbbell push press, it added about a minute to the, completing that round, which I thought was fun. As I was going through the workout, I noticed that little nerdiness. And then we rested and did a little 3-person team where one person was accumulating calories on the erg bike. Another person was holding a sandbag, and then one person was resting. We rotated in little 30-second intervals. So smash the upper body and attack the legs, and over any one of those workouts, just be a nice little solid, nice little day. Just check in. But it was a solid day of fitness. And then went about the rest of the daily mess, back on the adventure. And it got me thinking. So I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, just kind of talking about attitudes and what to do when you're stressed and what to do when you do or don't have a lot of control over a thing. And I was kind of making a half-hearted joke about, what my savior complex will or will not allow and what it pushes me to do. And that made me think about a little bit more deeply about the learn from an experience that is not your own. So yesterday's topic. And then that got me got me thinking about and built upon something that happened today. It just seemed like there was a lot of emotions in the gym. Handful of members just dealing with life stuff. And I wouldn't say it was glaringly obvious, but clearly some of their internal emotions are starting to become external a little bit, or at least today they were. And that happens. I mean, the gym for me is like it's chill. It's just check out, chill time. You're quote unquote not as on. And I think we have like a really comfortable culture at CrossFit Mafia. A lot of the members know each other well, hang out outside of the gym, just very friendly, caring people. So I think it's easy. I would hope, and at least what it seems to me, it's easy to have the defenses down there. So was just noticing that with them today. And it always makes me think about, how do I approach this situation? What is my job and my role here? Because I think it is really easy being in the coaching role to do a couple things. And what's funny, this is, like most things in life, double-edged sword. Being willing to do these things are honestly what makes a lot of good coaches. But when I see a lot of coaches do this is, one, as a coach, you see something go quote unquote wrong in your gym or something seems a little off or different, you want to go fix it. It's your domain. And especially if you see problems that you have successfully, I shouldn't even say problems. If you see things that you've successfully navigated or improved before, as a coach, you're like, cool, I got the recipe for this. Let me just show you how this works. We'll just put this here and move this over here and bang, you're better. And see you later. But I also think there's like a little bit of a pitfall to this. I think it's too easy for us coaches to run around classes and, we're hammers and everything's a nail. Push your knees out, get your heels down, do this faster, slower, less weight, more weight, blah, 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 blah. And this is part of it. As a coach, I think a coach's function is to partly correct movement. But I think the longer I've coached, the more I felt like I've gone from like, I don't know, more of like a gym Roomba, like a movement Roomba, just running around cleaning everything up. You don't really have any other thoughts. To more of like a guide. And I think for me, that's something I appreciate and enjoy in the coaches I know who do that. And by guide, I mean, you're still going to do the coaching job. You're still going to improve movement, but I think you're going to give them really clear parameters. Hey, here's where the bumpers are. Inside these bumpers, this lane of yours, you can get a little bit wild if you want. You do have some liberties you can take. I also think one of the parts of guiding is providing athletes with something that they can use outside of the gym. This could be something as basic as like, hey, here's a little pull-up progression you can continue to do on your own, at home to improve on the pull-ups that you're getting better at and targeting inside of the gym. Or it just could be some thought processes of how to navigate some things that they're dealing with on their journey to improve fitness. So those are some things I think about there. I will hope I can be, and I want to be better at being a guide as a coach. I'll keep you guys safe. I'll be like, hey, the lines are over there. Don't go over there. But if you want to go over here and look at these nice animals, we can go check those out. You can go check those out. Here's what they are. Here's how you interact with them. I think that's an important one, being a guide. And, we have a couple members who are dealing with some chronic injuries. And lately, I think they've been flaring up. And it's frustrating. I think it's frustrating. It's frustrating for a lot of reasons. I think one, it's frustrating because you do all this stuff to get your body to work well. We're going to go way over 10 minutes. You get your body to work well, you eat well, you do the fitness, you show up consistently, and the damn thing just won't freaking listen to you. The other half of it is, I think, one of the reasons you go to group class, maybe not at first. At first, it's probably really intimidating. But after you get into it, you get to know everybody. The shared common experience is money. Oh, you did power cleans? You did them heavier, but we both did power cleans? Yeah, they were really hard. Oh man, round 3 was an ass kicker for everybody, right? Yeah, it was. I felt the same thing. Oh, the grip was brutal in that workout, right? We get so much value out of that shared common experience, especially when you add a little spice of challenge and adversity on top of that. Amazing bonding experience. So I think sometimes with the chronic injuries, what's really challenging is that you're getting things changed for you. And what's funny about that is like, that's built into the program. You're supposed to scale. You're supposed to modify if needed, if it continues to help you be consistent. But man, I bet it's tough sometimes just to not to always do exactly what everybody else is doing. Get all the special attention from coach, which is funny because coaches, we just want to go give that special attention. We almost can't help it. So I wonder if sometimes we layer on too much. For sure we do. And I think I want to keep this one rolling. I'm gonna hold myself to this 10 minutes. Talk about this more later. But I do think it's important every once in a while to not assume you can fix everything that's, that an athlete is showing you or doing, even if you fixed it before. And I think it's important to just start with, especially when you see them struggling, just start with, hey, is something going on? Let me know if I can do anything to help. I think it's a great place to start. I want to continue this topic. Got more to share. Keep it right under 11 minutes. We'll see you tomorrow.